Okay, it's recording.
My name is Kathy Estes, Kathyestes, and this is my home in Arlington, Washington. We moved here in 2003 and thought this was our dream home. And since then, it's become more of a nightmare. My ghost story began in about 2006. I was laying in bed one night. My husband was asleep next to me, and I felt like someone was trying to pull me out of the bed. And so there was a tugging on my left leg, and I kept trying to pull it back in, and I couldn't do it. And so I was terrified. And then I felt, and I could see somebody in the room, and it was a man, a big guy with a big beard and a plaid shirt. And he climbed on top of me, and he was holding me down, and I could hardly breathe. And I was terrified, and I kept just telling him, get off of me, get off of me. And finally it just disappeared, and it stopped. And I laid awake all night, terrified, right? And I scooted up next to my husband, and I just laid there. And I was so scared, I never told anybody about it. And then nothing happened after that. And then a few years later, I was standing in the kitchen with my daughter. She was doing homework at the bar, and I was looking down the hallway, and I looked up and I saw a young woman move very fast from our hallway into the bathroom. And she had dark hair, and she was dressed in what I would say is Indian style garb with a tan outfit all the way from head to toe. And I could tell by the look on my face that my daughter was scared. She saw me move. She saw me look scared, and she could tell that something was wrong. And so that was sort of the beginning of everything starting to happen. We started hearing voices. We started seeing shadow people. We could hear talking and laughing, and we couldn't explain the voices. We couldn't explain anything. And we started taking pictures and starting to do a little bit of investigating on our own. And then when my daughter saw a black figure move from our bedroom into her bedroom one day as she was walking through the living room, she was terrified. So we decided to call the Washington State Ghost Society and see if we could get some investigators out here and find out what was going on. A team of investigators came out and did an investigation, and I sat in on that investigation, and I experienced the K2 meters going off when questions were asked. We ended up seeing photos of shadows, of figures that we couldn't explain because there was nobody in the rooms where the pictures were taken. We have EVPs of voices of children and adults, and just a whole wide range of different characters and people that we can't explain. Both of my children have experienced spirits. My youngest son won't sleep in his bedroom anymore because of the ghost that he has seen, and he didn't even tell us about the ghost. It was the investigators that asked him questions where he confirmed the same things that my daughter had seen without even knowing it. So after that, we've had several investigations since then. The activity continues almost on a daily basis. I can see, I sit at the computer sometimes, and I can feel somebody standing behind me, watching me. And I think it's a lot of children of different ages. I feel like the guy standing behind me, watching me on the computer, is a teenage boy. Most likely he's curious about what's going on and what I'm doing on a computer. Like I said, the investigations continue, the activity continues. We experience things on a daily basis now. It's voices, it's the feeling of being watched, it's the cold chills you get for no reason. Anyways,
Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts. I 100% believe in ghosts. So that's my story.